Hey, what's up? Silas here. In this video, I'm going to be asking about immigration. So this is mostly to people in the United States of America, people who have immigrated to the United States of America, and citizens and people in the United States of America. This is about all sorts of immigration, whether it's legal or illegal. How would you guys feel if somebody migrated to another country, they were not allowed to vote for the first 18 years? I'm saying 18 years because, in general, you have a situation where citizens, people who are born in certain countries, aren't allowed to vote until their 18th year. Now, this also changes. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody who's lived somewhere for 18 years knows what's going on in that country, or knows what's going on in that place. Even if somebody has lived there for 18 years, you think they're probably from maybe 13 when they're starting to actually understand some things about politics. So they have maybe actual 5 years of actually getting to know politics more. But then when you get to that point, they're also not necessarily being taxed. So if they're in a situation where they're voting for policies where a government or state is going to tax money away from other people and shift that money to other people, they may not have necessarily ideas on how their family is going to be constituted, but foreign policies and things like that. Whereas somebody who actually has traveled around the world, like let's say I moved somewhere and I'm 30 something now and I moved somewhere, I've been studying politics, I've been interested in the things, I would probably know more than an average 18-year-old about the politics of the United States of America. I could assume that, yes. But how would you guys feel if it got to a situation where the immigrants who were there, at least the illegal immigrants, were given some path to citizenship, or give them an 18-year path to citizenship, or just give them a path to citizenship and then say they can't vote for 18 years? Do you think in 18 years, I personally think in 18 years, you would have convinced enough of them to understand what the positive aspects of the United States of America are? And then you just set that up also for anybody else coming in, anybody else coming to vote, coming to move to a country. They just know there's going to be like 5 to 10 to 18 years where you can't vote.
So now that I've asked that question, I'd like to add that I do completely acknowledge that the issue with immigration goes beyond just voting. But I think taking the voting off the table kind of could be a start. It could be a suggestion out there to kind of solve the situation. I know it will be a lot more difficult actually getting everybody out. I think the easiest way to do it actually would just be to end the welfare state, and then a lot of the people who are there who can't actually survive there in themselves, they'd actually self-deport. Then a lot of the people that can, that have the abilities to do these things, will integrate themselves into the culture, into the society by virtue of them needing to be economically independent on their own. This is how it's happened historically. This is how it still happens in other countries where there isn't that much of a welfare state. Now, sticking with this voting thing, think about this. If for some reason somebody's in your home and you're making dinner that night, whether you invited that person, okay, let's say you invited that person to your home, or somebody you know invited them, maybe your daughter or your son, or somebody who actually lives in the house with you has somebody else in the house. And then you decide, okay, I'm making dinner today. I'm going to make some extra rice and meat for one more person, and then that person is actually going to eat with us. I think it's a different deal than that person coming into that home and then demanding you order pizza, or making sure you make some kind of food that they like, and then saying you have to cook this food. So that's the kind of situation that I'm thinking, what if that's kind of what's happening with immigrants? If you're going to go to somebody's house, if I go to somebody's house, I don't demand they make certain food that I want them to make. I'm more than willing to eat the food they have or go out somewhere else and get food after on my own. I think even in addition, what if those people are taxed? Taxation is theft, but what if those people are taxed during this time where they don't have a vote as well? So it's kind of like I don't even get to choose what's eaten, but I actually do maybe wash the dishes or help you prep the food or even just pay for some of the groceries, or if you're ordering pizza, I throw in some money as well. That kind of situation, but I don't get to decide maybe even the toppings or anything. So yeah, that's what I have on this question. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Goodbye.